There we go. Okay, so let's start. Welcome to all the Opulence Lifestyle family brothers and sisters. Today we are doing, like every Thursday, our forensic lifestyle training. And in order for us to start going into that world of forensic, for all of you that are maybe new with us and don't know, there are two worlds in Opulence Global that allow us to run our business as close as we can to perfection. Obviously, I hope that nobody will ever get to perfection, because perfection just means we don't have anything else to learn. We don't have anywhere to grow to. And really, in my opinion, the purpose of life is learning every day, taking action every day. And yeah, do not want to be perfect, purely because I know that only through our imperfections, our mistakes, our failures, only through there we grow and we learn and become better. So in our business, there are two systems. One system is called Opulence, which is really showing us how to promote the product, how to promote the business, how to bring a new customer in, how to bring a new partner in, how to generate leads online. So that's all the Opulence system that I have divided to 5 different protocols, and those we will learn on Mondays. On Thursdays, we will learn Forensic Networker, which has been written by our owner and CEO, a remarkable visionary that in 2003, if I'm not mistaken, that's almost 17 years ago, had the vision of our industry, multi-level market, home-based business today we call it, or network marketing in the old days before the 1980s. So that industry for the last 120 years have seen massive activity, thousands of companies, hundreds of millions of people. But then eventually when you look into the industry and you look at the direct sales association numbers, you identify we have some challenges, because the numbers are speaking about a retention of 10%, which means really 1% of the people are making money, and maybe 3% of people are making $5,000–6,000 a year, and the rest are really not earning any income, maybe a few $100s here, a few $100s there. Why is it so different in Opulence Global? Why do we have a massive retention rate, not 10%? I think, I don't know the exact numbers, but more than 30% by far. I think more than 50, but I would say 30, better not make high-level claims. And the reason there are so many high earners and so many earners and such a high level of success to so many people in Opulence Global is because those people that see success, they choose to monitor their business and manage their business through a very unique system called the Forensic Networker. The Forensic Networker, you can look at it as a management follow-up system of our leads. You can look at it as our daily activities that we write and accumulate them weekly, and we have weekly reports. You can see the forensic as a culture and a base of knowledge. But if you really want to know how I see Forensic Networker, I see it as the truth. I see Ramin Masgalu in 2003 looking at the industry, identifying it's becoming full of hype and a lot of untruth, a lot of hidden things from the average individual. And Ramin has decided to expose the industry to the truth, to expose us to the truth. And Forensic Networker tells you the truth in the face. You follow it, learn from it. Don't let your ego stay in the way of it. Become more with it, and you will achieve success, and you will be more knowledgeable about our industry than any other person that has not studied the Forensic Networker. Okay, so the Forensic Networker is a culture. It is all about us growing. It's understanding the mistakes that networkers do in the industry. It's understanding how to have a crystal ball before we start the business that will show us exactly how our business will look like 2–3 years down the track. More than that, it will allow us to understand terminology such as MLM bandits that we have done a session, Ramin and myself, just 2 days ago. It will allow us to learn many, many, many things. And in order to fully engage and understand, let me see if I can show all of you how do we even start to access the forensic networker. So let me share with you, let me see, I'll try and go into my back office. Let's see if you guys can all see this. There we go. Okay, Yulia, can you tell me just that we are seeing my back office at the moment? If you have any sound on you?
Yes, we do.
Perfect. Okay, so in here, when you go into the back office, what we want to do is actually go to shop now, and over here, let's hope this will go a bit faster. Come on, internet. There we go. Okay, over here, you see the search bar. You go to the search bar and you just put forensic, okay, and let's see what comes up. So everyone has the opportunity when they start their business, they have an opportunity to tick a box and to actually order with your first package what we call the MO box. You see, this here is the MO box. The MO box, let me show you this one, you see. The MO box, as you can see, it has a box. It is foldable, so you can actually put it in a suitcase and reopen it anywhere you move around the world. Inside that box, there are folders of the 12 months and also 31 folders of the days. On top of that, you see we have red cards, yellow cards, and green cards. Now, green cards are really for people that we are keeping in contact with. Red cards are anyone that told us they want to see a product of ours or they want us to show them the business, so it's a call to action card. And the yellow cards are for our VIP customers and for our partners that joined us. Now, all those cards go inside folders. So let's say that I've spoken to someone and now I've filled in the details on the green card, and the next follow-up I have to do with them is next week. I will put that card in the folder that will be next week. So next week, when the day comes, I don't have to remember. I come, I open, I get my coffee in the morning, I go to my MO box. As you can see, in here, there are all the folders and all the cards inside the folders. So every day, by the way, this box specifically belongs to Yulia, but every day Yulia will start her day going to the day, taking out the cards from here, as you can see, okay, and making calls, making sure that we do not miss out on any potential prospect, on any potential customer, making sure we don't miss on being in full contact with the people that joined us, making sure we don't miss in being in contact with our customers once every 2 weeks. So the best way, when this thing sits on the table, and this is why I say to people, it's easy to organize a system like that digitally on Excel, but I have tried that in the past to do it digitally. I can tell you, because it's a laptop and you have to open it and you have to go into the Excel, I have produced almost 30% more efficiency and activity than when I physically got the box, this old style, looks like a shoebox with all the special information of forensic to remind us constantly the things we need to do. If you're a part-time serious, how many dialings you need to do. If you're a full-time, how many dialings you need to do. Inside we have our calendar. So the MO box sit on your table and it is like a boss, right? You wake up, I want to go and jump in the pool, and this will be sitting here and I see the boss and I'm saying, okay, What do you want now, Ronen? Do you want to do what you want, or do you want to do what you need to do? And let me tell you that doing the things we need to do consistently is really what makes this work so well. So the first part is the forensic networker box. Okay, those are the physical tools of forensic. The other parts, let me see if I can go back into the smaller picture here. Now, so I highly advise, if you don't have an MO box yet and those cards, you really want to order them. If you just started, maybe you've already ordered it when you started your business. If not, go in here, order the forensic box, order the cards. As you can see here, those are the cards, okay? Because you will be working with them daily. On top of that, remember, we have report sheets, okay? So we have a daily report. Let me see if I can go inside and show you. You see, we have a daily report card sheet that what we do, we fill the details from our phone conversation, okay? All the activity we done today with the MO box, at the end of the day, we summarize it, we do a daily report sheet, and then every week we take all the 7 report sheets and make a weekly report sheet. That is very, very, very important. On top of that, you also have white sheets for customers that you can fill in. Of course, today I'm just touching on the tools, okay? And in our trainings, we will go deep into each and every one of those things, how to work with a green card, red card, yellow card. Today is just a quick summary. So all of you, I'm considering all of us starting the business today. So we don't know anything and there's a lot of information. So I'm just giving a general overview of the physical tools, okay, of forensic, and then we will actually today cover 2 elements. One is the upline pledge and one is the 8 categories, but I really, really wanted you all to know how important it is to order the MO box, to order the VIP profile cards for beauty, for health. This is a FOL. This is obviously for us skincare, Safe Home Revolution, and this is for the fashion, right? VIP profile cards. We will learn how to use that, okay? So this is how Forensic Networker combines together with the Opulent system to become one of the most powerful ways of doing our business, okay? Of course, there are supporting tools. If you want to study deeper, there are CDs and DVDs of the Forensic Networker himself. You can order those and study. Most important, the MO box, the cards, and the daily and weekly reports. Okay, now I would like to raise Yulia. I hope she has a good microphone, but if you could, Yulia, just in 2 days, describe how is your business, even in other companies you worked in, and in Opulence when you started before the MO box, how did working with the MO box make it different for you from your daily activity? So let's see if you can have a microphone, if we can hear you or not. Maybe through your phone will be good, because I've seen the changes since you've started to work with MO box. I would like you to share maybe 2 minutes, if you could.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you great.
Great. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ronen. I think I can say the first thing I've noticed with working with the MO box is that you actually see all the actions that you do daily. So you might not have your first customer or partner in your first few days, but you can see how much new contacts you have, new cards you have, new friends you have, or new potential partners you have. So you can follow the activity you do, and I think this is the first helpful and happy thing I saw in it.
Thank you. So you would recommend to most people to work with the MO box cards?
Yes, absolutely, and put the box where the box sees you and the first thing in the morning.
So it will be the boss, 100%. So for our first part, I wanted you to all see the physical use of the MO box, the cards, the weekly reports. So you can order it ASAP and join a very, very big group of people that are managing their business very accurately daily. So that's the first part. The second part is to understand that forensic networker is also a school that teaches us how to become more professional. Because in this industry, you can basically do it in so many different ways. And you need to know that 85, if not 90% of the people in our industry are actually in a group we call sometimers, but they believe they are part-timers. And this is something you all want to do a checkup from the neck up, use the daily reports, use the tools, so you do not live in an illusion that you're actually a part-time, and what you really are in reality is a sometime. Because a sometimer, remember, will only sometimes make some money. A part-time, serious and full-time will always earn income. They will hit the $10,000 a month in 12 to 18 months. People that, and by the way, it's not just about hitting it, it's about sustaining it and keeping it and seeing the income grow. Where most of my 25-year experience with normal conventional MLM, I hit a rank, I got a big check, and then I didn't hit that rank for 3, 4, 5 months, almost no income, and then again, another $2,000, $3,000, and it was like that. And because I work with forensic, the last 6 years in this business have been very stable growth. We had the big change between GWT to Opulence. There was a drop. And then once Opulence started, there was a raise and a raise and a raise and a raise and a raise, and it doesn't stop, okay? Which means we not only know how to recruit, we also know how to maintain what we have created, build in depth, educate the leaders, and then grow, instead of actually creating and seeing it drop, creating and seeing it drop. So instead of that, you really need to use daily methodologies of forensic to monitor and manage your business to the effect of what I am speaking about today. Okay, so remember, forensics are tools, forensics is a culture, and it is a school how to become a professional networker versus any other type of networker there is. Now, I'm going to share with you another piece that is now still being worked on. Let me see. Okay, and this is a document that once again Julia has worked hard to build, and it really is to show us how we bring a new partner, how we set him on a plan day by day to make sure that in the first week they're really not only educated, but they're educated through the action they already taken. Okay, so as you can see, brand new partner training, congratulations, you have a new partner, right? Send him the 8 categories of involvement. Okay, this page, when it will be ready and be distributed to all of you, you see it has links that Julia already put. So if you press on that, that will immediately bring you to the 8 categories, and you send it to your new partner, so they can read it before your first 24-hour meeting, your first meeting. And in that first meeting, you are going to do the upline pledge, which we are going to learn today, and you're going to do the 8 categories of involvement. You're going to go over it after they read it at home, right? Now, if you send them to read this at home and meet with them 24 hours later, and they didn't read it, that should be your first red flashing light to tell you, I did not manage expectation correctly with this individual when they joined my business, if they did not read that and get themselves ready for the first 24-hour meeting. And guys, if you do not have a bit of an attitude, the people that join you will drive you crazy. We will read the 8 categories soon, and you will understand why, okay? Because managing expectation between partners is very important when we start. Otherwise, many people come with a lot of nonsense from normal network marketing, and they believe that when they join, they do someone a favor. They believe when they join that they can, we Yeah, I was a part of that once too, before I was educated by forensic networker. I believed that I was the celeb. I was doing these companies a favor that I'm coming because I know many people and I'm a great networker, and I had this attitude that I was important. And I used to go to companies and try and have deals with them. And guys, forget about that world. It is a rotten world, right? We, through the forensic networker methodology, we learn. We are the one that somebody did a favor to. Somebody went and invested 17 years of millions of dollars every day in the office, all the way till 1 in the morning. 17 years they invested in building something. And then they come to us and say, hey, for nothing, for less than $2,000, I will give you a franchise. I will give you the option of representing the fastest growing fashion house in the world that I, Ramin Masgarlu, built. So when he came to me, I should have understood, you're doing me a favor because I'm having a mushroom attitude. I'm going to be a franchise on something you created. You invested the money, you took all the risk, you did everything. You're giving me the option of being a shop owner, representing you, and all I have to do is promote it to people and get people to join as customers, as partners, and I will get paid on that, even though I did not build a fashion house, even though I did not build departments for shipping, procurement, brought scientists, even though I have never done any of this stuff. I'm still giving the opportunity for almost no money. Actually, I'm not investing any money, because when I invested $1,800, I literally got $2,500 for my money in inventory and in cash in my shopping credit for future purchases. So, I mean, the last thing I am allowed to be is complaining with attitude, thinking I'm doing someone a favor, right? This is the right way to come into our industry, into our company. And unfortunately, so many people out there believe that they are important. They believe that they are the celeb. They go around and say, my people, I will protect my people. I will do this to my people. We don't have people. We have brothers and sisters. We're a family, but each and every one of us has a separate contract with this factory, with Opulence Global, which means all of us are Opulence Global people. And we just bring each other and we get paid, remunerated for the people we have brought as customers to Opulence, as partners to Opulence. Yes, they go through our link, so we'll get paid, but those are not our people, okay? And the thing about forensic to learn, it's all about how not to become a celeb. It's all about how not to think you are important, and definitely not more important than the people that have joined you or the company. So all we really need to do is to humble down, to learn the systems, and to become the best value we can be for the company. And understand that the only celeb here is Fountain of Life. It's Fairy Flawless. It's our amazing toothpaste. It's our safe home revolution. And the biggest celebs of all is our fashion world, that the more you will study, the more you will be proud that we are in an amazing place. So when we bring a person in the business the first time, the first thing we do is an upline pledge, which we will do now, and the 8 categories of involvement. And those 2 pieces are a forensic network of pieces. As you can see, the homework I will give them, it's already Opulence, because it's about the prosperity book. Okay, so today we are a forensic training. So because of the forensic training, we will start, as we need to start with all people, with the upline pledge and the 8 categories of involvement, which is what we're about to do in our next half an hour. So before I start, 2 minutes, do we have any comments, Yulia, any questions? Can you please check? Let me see. By the way, I might want to bring a few more into the call with us. Let's see. I am going to bring Beatrice and make you a panelist, Beatrice, so you can help me with the 8 categories. Who else? Who is with us? Let me see. We have Dan. I'm going to bring Dan on. There we go. And who else? Hello to everyone. Who else do we have with us? Let's see. There's so many people today that I need to. Okay, if anybody wants to volunteer and help me, I need one more person. Raise your hand and maybe me or Julia can identify you. Wonder if I'm having, where is my LD3s? Is Ifra Hassan with us? Oh, there is Ifra. Let me see. Ifra, I'll bring you as a panelist. There you go. Promote to panelist.
Yossi is raising his hand.
And Yossi, where is Yossi? And that's okay. We will do always interaction during the calls. If you have cameras and you can put them, panelists, you're welcome to do so. If not,
also Ifra and Farhia.
Ifra, I've just added. Okay, you can help. Can you do that too, Julia, or only I can bring them?
I think only you, because I don't see the button.
Okay, I'm trying to find them.
They are raising their hands.
Okay, how do I see that? You see, I need to learn Zoom better. I see Steph Wise.
All of us learn every day.
Okay, so who was it, did you say? We have so many participants.
Farhia, Yossi, and Ifra.
Ifra I've raised, I think, but she just went off. Maybe she cannot talk at the moment. Let me see, Yossi. I can do a search. Yossi, there. Yossi, the fitness guru. Promote to panelist. Beatrice, if you can unmute your microphone or put a camera, that will be fantastic.
Ronen, if you put me as a co-host, I can help you. Thank you, Steph, for the advice.
Make co-host. There we go. Thank you, Steph, for the advice. Now you can raise whoever you see fit. I would want to hear some people, though. Beatrice, can we hear you?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, wonderful to hear you. Let's see. And Yossi, can you say hi?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Yossi. Can you speak a bit louder?
Of course I can.
Perfect. That would be good. We have Jamal Jamal. Did you raise Jamal Jamal, Julia?
Yes.
Okay. Can we hear from Jamal Jamal?
Yes, thank you.
Ah, wonderful. Good to hear you. You can leave your microphone if you want on, no problem. Ifra, are you available to work with us a little bit now?
Absolutely. Hi, Ronen. Hi, everyone. I'm just not able to open my camera, just to let you know, but I'm good. I'm here.
I'm going to be the only ugly one here. I'm with a camera. I'm going to turn my camera off too, because what I would like to do now is go over the 2 documents. And these are very, very, very important. So the first one is obviously what we call the upline pledge. So let me share, and I will swap between the documents. Can everybody see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So I'm going to show you guys what I would do with Ifra. Let's say that Ifra just called me and she said, Ronen, I've seen the webinar, I'm ready to launch. I want to be a lifestyle advisor, right? So now when I'm starting Ifra, after we register her lifestyle advisor shop, I would say, Ifra, please jump with me on a Zoom for a second, because I want to declare to you my commitments to you as your personal sponsor today. Are you there, Ifra?
Hi, Ronen. Yes, I'm here.
Good. This is a very important time for both of us. This is where we manage our expectation and working our partnership to success. So today, Ifra, I want to promise you that as your upline, I pledge to you that I will respect you. I will support you when you need it. I will keep my word to you at all times. I will deliver on my promises. I will stay committed to see you succeed. I will not deceive you. I will not betray you. I will not sabotage your business. I will not steal your dream. I will match your commitment, Ifra, your 25% to my 25%. You put 50%, I put 50%. Ifra, you put 100% of what you have to give, and I will put 200% of mine. But remember, you stop, I stop. I will not chase or drag anyone. Fair enough, Ifra?
Absolutely, Ronen.
And please remember, our true motto, our true reason of why we are successful, the people that are successful are the ones that give enough people what they want, so they will receive what they want. So let me say it as Zig Ziglar did. Give enough people what they want, you will get what you want. It's very simple and straightforward. Are you comfortable with my commitments and promises to you when we start our business today?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Then in that case, I will now print it, I'll sign it, I'll date it, and I will give you a copy so you have my promises. And every time you believe I'm not respecting those 10 points, please connect with me and let me know. Okay?
Sounds perfect.
Perfect. Now, we are gonna go, Ifra, and everybody else will help us because that's a bit of reading. We are now gonna go to the 8 categories of involvement, distributorship, okay? We call that 8 categories of involvement. And the reason we are going into this today, Ifra, because I'm going to send you home now so you can go be with your family. Congratulations for having the new shop. But I would ask you, until our meeting tomorrow, what we call our 24-hour meeting, I would ask for you to go over this document so you know it and you're prepared for our meeting tomorrow. Is that fair enough?
Absolutely.
Okay. In order for, and now I have sent this to Ifra, and she will go home and hopefully read it. What we're about to do in the next 20 minutes is go to as many of the details here, because this is one of the most powerful tools that has been written in Forensic Networker. And if you will use this document, all of you, on the first 24 hours, you will be managing expectation with your partners. That will save you a lot of headache, and you will have a common code to communicate over because both of you have been through this document. So let's imagine that Ifra is now going home, and Ifra, if you may, start reading the first page, and then we will pass the next page to Yossi and the next page to the rest of our panelists, and we can go through this.
Fantastic. Okay, 8 categories of MLM distributorship. So let's face it, you are in the MLM profession because you're interested in furthering certain areas of your life, whether that be financial, quality of life, more time, less stress, or simply looking for a change. I congratulate you for choosing the MLM profession as the vehicle to get you there. The one question that I hear from almost every distributor is, where am I headed in this business? Jokingly, I always say that MLM is the only thing in life that makes one wish to fast forward their lives a few years. You know what I'm talking about. Have you ever asked yourself, if I could only see 3 years down the road to see where I'm going to be in this business? Now you can. Do you want me to continue, Ronen?
Up to about here.
Awesome.
Thank you. We love hearing you.
No problem. Now you can. What if I tell you that I have a crystal ball in the palm of my hands that you could look into and see exactly where you're headed in your MLM or direct sales home business. Would that excite you? Today, I'm going to share with you that crystal ball I call the 8 categories of MLM distributorship. I firmly believe that this chapter is the most important, most candid, and most accurate home business assessment ever released by anyone at any time. One of the main issues of our beloved industry that is seriously hampering our workforce progress and success is the lack of flow of important and accurate information from leadership to the troops. I have always categorized the competency of the top 1% industry millionaires as 2/3 or 66% being not qualified to pass along advice regarding success in our industry.
Thank you, Thank you, Ifra. Let's hold it for a second so most people will understand what this part is. And you are reading so clearly, much better than me. So guys, have a look at those numbers, okay? I have always categorized the competence, how do you call that? Competency of the top 1% industry millionaires. So 1% of the industry millionaires as 2/3, which means 66% of the top millionaires, guys. This is the top, the 1% that are making money. 66% of them are not qualified to pass along advice regarding success in our industry. That is an insane sentence. I'm just curious from our panelists, do you know what that means? Everybody feel free.
Absolutely. Yeah, if I can just jump on, basically what it is there are so many people who join our industry and have a massive success, but unfortunately, they actually never learned the system, they just got lucky.
That is so accurate, Ifra. And you would be the perfect example. You have been with us for what, 2.5 years now? 2 years maybe?
2 years and 4 months, so yes, almost 2.5.
And I remember that you've been through times like me, that it looks like nothing is moving, that we're walking in quicksand, right? And we're bringing people and they're not really moving the way we want to, and we get encouraged and discouraged. Would you say that is similar to the first year, 1.5 years?
Absolutely.
But something happened. Everything in your business in the last 6 months is representing the highest level of professionality in this industry. I don't know what it has. What was it? Is it your connection to corporate? Is it your mindset changing? Is it you starting working daily with particular activities? Or is it just luck? What would you call it?
Everything except luck.
Everything except luck. It is true. And the reason that 1% of the top millionaires are not qualified to pass along advice is because many of them in the older days have really had the attribute of luck on their corner, which almost doesn't exist today. If you knew that industry in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you'd know that it was so crazy in those days that you could actually bring 2-3 people and 1% will actually have those 2 people suddenly doing things. But because of that, they have never really studied and learned how to properly build a business, and their businesses became a cash maker for about 6 months, and then a year maybe, and then everything they built started to collapse under them. Why? Because it's not enough that they are successful. They did not invest proper education and teaching to their leaders and their leaders under them and their leaders under them and their leaders under them. What happened when everything falls on one individual? What happened when it's all based on an amazing speaker, his skills, or how wonderful is dancing on stage, inspiring people? After enough time, when there's a big enough number of people, duplication cannot happen because everybody's trying to duplicate what this leader is doing instead of duplicating a system. Does that make sense to all of us?
Yes, it does.
Okay. How about Yossi? How about you take over from here? Get Ifra a bit of rest. That's a lot of reading.
Obvious from here, obviously.
Yep.
Okay. Obviously, they do, and that has duplicated for the past 60 plus years of our industry. Our workforce simply doesn't know what they don't know. Hence, the slogan of forensic networker is what you do know will hurt you. I say that because most feel they already know the key to success. And when they don't get the success they were expecting, they simply blame the company they were with or industry as a whole. Had they know that their DMO, daily method of operation, was wrong, they would have made the change necessary for success, or if they didn't, they would at least not slander their company or their industry as a whole. If the industry simply adapt this chapter and seriously implement it with every direct sale company, the reputation of our industry would eventually be amongst the most regarded industry, even beyond franchising. So read this chapter at least once a year and assess your performance and your MO, method of operation, to see where your efforts are taking you in your business in 3 to 5 years.
Thank you very, very much, Yossi. Everybody pay attention to the biggest, what I call mask, the biggest illusion. This is the words. What you do know will hurt you. Think of that. What you do know will hurt you. Not what you don't know. What you don't know will make you excited to learn. But everything you think you know will stop you from learning because you say, I already know. Put yourself in a position, even if you're 6 years like me in this company, and always tell yourself, I don't know. Because the people that don't know are usually the smartest people on this planet. Because the second you tell somebody else, I know, they won't spend time and energy to teach you what they know. And even if they teach you something you already know, you probably will learn it in a different way. It will probably add something to you. But if you are led by ego, sorry, I heard someone. Anybody had a comment? Okay. If you will take your ego down and come to the table from a place of I don't know, everybody will be eager to share with you, because humans, we all love to teach. We all love to share. So the people that go around, and believe me, I was that character at the age of 25. I was impossible. Every time you come and ask me a question, yeah, I know. And the truth is, the more I said it, the less I knew. It's only after my late 30s that I started to understand, you don't really know. And if you know, it's worse for you because you don't really know something else. People will not share. And that is why I started to adopt an attitude of whatever it is that I know, I still don't know, because there's always something else to learn about it, a different point of view, a different way to look at something. So for me, this is one of the most important, and you should all say this to yourself so you will remember. What we know will hurt us. What we don't know will always expand our mind to receive more information, both from the outside and from within ourselves. If we think we don't know, we will teach ourselves about the topic. But if we already think we know something, we won't put personal effort of teaching ourselves something different. Any comments on that part from any of our panelists? Life experience.
I absolutely love it, Ronen. I was just sharing it in the chat, responding to Christine's message of saying that, you know, I never know anything. Honestly, I can't count the amount of times I learned so many new things from our brand new partners, more than I can even teach them. So definitely I agree with you.
And this is why you are earning more money than me. Exactly. Because you were more humble, you came to this company from the right place, not like me after 25 years of thinking I was a celeb or something special. And when I've met you, and I remember the first time you and I have met, you were just eager to learn, eager. And when somebody is eager next to you, believe me, there is nothing in the world you would not prefer to do than to just talk to them and give them and give them. It doesn't make a difference if it's 5 in the morning. Somebody tell you, please tell me, teach me, answer my question. It lifts you up and you want to work with them. You want to give them. And we have the opposites. All of us on this call, if you have recruited people, you know that you have the opposite too. You have those people that know everything and they're not really there to learn. They're there to teach because they want to raise their ego. They want to convince themselves that they are important, even if they don't know. And remember, I've seen many people that come here, they don't make money, they don't really know anything, but they always go to everybody and trying to teach them. How can you teach someone how to make money if you don't make money yourself? So remember, what we do know will hurt us. And guys, we are not in a hurry on our trainings. We're going to do 1 hour every week, and whatever we can fit into that hour, we will continue exactly where we stopped from next week. Because for me, this is not about teaching how to go and do different action tomorrow. This is about us over the next 3 months, learning the forensic to such a level that each and every one of you can teach it all over the world in your languages, so we can reach tens of thousands of people and make them professional forensic networkers that are all earning the same as Ifra, 25Ks a month, like Tal, you know, like Saada, which are making $5,000 a week. The more of us will get educated in that, the more people will know. And the most important part, remember, we have 2 universities that I would very much like the Opulence Lifestyle family members to be the top of those 2 universities. And the 2 universities are how to become a qualified trainer of forensic networker and how to become a qualified trainer of the Opulence system. And once you become a qualified trainer level 4, now the company is going to pay you and fly you around the world and pay for your hotels and food and just get you out there to all the different communities and organizations to teach forensic networker and to teach Opulence. What can be more exciting than this? So be the best students you can to whatever we learn every Thursday. Take notes, go over the recordings, and make yourself the best qualified trainer for yourself and for your people that you can be, okay? And remember this word here, method of operation. Daily method of operation, DMO. And if you know your daily methods of operation, there is not going to be one boring day in your life because you're going to be so busy talking to so many people, doing so many follow-ups that you're going to open your eyes and close them and it feels like 2 minutes have passed. I can tell you that the last month have been like 2 days for me. I don't know where it went. And I never want this to change because I cannot think of a more inspiring and gratifying way to live than to be surrounded with my brothers and sisters, to be of use to them, to learn from each and every one of you, to teach every one of you. There is no more exciting way that I would rather live, okay? Who do we have that can do some reading with us about Mark Yarnell?
I can.
Thank you. Please take the mic.
From my friend, right?
Yep.
My friend Mark Yarnell says direct sales is the last best bastion of the free enterprise. I believe that the wholeheartedly working from home in direct sales is the last chance for the average person to accomplish something extraordinary and hit a financial home run. Direct sales simply systems have allowed hundreds of thousands to escape poverty and mediocrity, and thousands more to become wealthy.
Beautiful.
Direct sales is the last.
Please continue.
Direct sales Direct sales is the last bastion of the free enterprise. Ironically, the same amazing attributes that make our MLM industry so special are also its downfall, i.e., low financial investment and time commitment. Since the majority of our MLM workforce is comprised of inexperienced business people who have one issue that is evident in every company
You skipped here.
and every company
Who?
never
Okay,
operated a business
beautiful.
before. We must be with the success factors of our business. One issue that is evident in every company is that some people are lured into our profession under false pretenses and promises by their uneducated and unqualified sponsors. I believe the deception and embellishment
That's a
has
tough
really
word.
hurt.
Embellishment. Embellishment, guys, means
Embellishment.
okay, so it means to tell lies. Embellishment is telling lies, exaggerations. Please continue.
Okay. Has really hurt the MLM profession. Our industry is under constant assault and has been bruised and battered by the same workforce it is trying to help. Since 1990, I have the opportunity to help to reach over 100,000 distributors. During this time period, I have identified MLM distributors as falling into 8 distinct categories. Unfortunately, the first 5 categories count for the vast majority of the workforce that will never realize their financial promises in their respective MLM venture. This industry is under constant assault and has been bruised and battered by the same workforce it is trying to help.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pay attention, everybody, how people that English is not their first language are still coming up, reading. I am so impressed because you guys are doing tremendously well. Both, actually, I think it was everybody, right? Ifra, would you say English is your first language? No. Yossi,
No,
definitely no, right? So really, congratulations. That was very good. Okay, what we have done today is the promo, the summary, the opening, and the explanation of why the 8 categories are so important. Okay, and before we finish, because we are going to go next week into the categories themselves, 1 to 8, and we're going to study them. I highly advise everybody to know this document almost by heart. Okay, especially the 8 groups. You don't need to know by heart the beginning or the end. It's very important information, but the groups themselves, you really want to know and identify that with the individual that had just joined you, because it is truly holding a crystal ball, as it was said. Now, I just want to explain again what Mark Yarnell really said here, so it's easier for all of us to understand. We are in an industry that 90% plus are uneducated in regards to the industry. Of course, each and every one of us is educated in many different skills, right? We have engineers, we have doctors, we have naturopaths, we have every sort of skill just for the people on this call. But the skill of our industry, 90% plus are not educated, okay? And again, it is because direct sale is the last bastion of the free enterprise. What does that mean? Today, if you have a job, you have a problem. You do not have dependency on your own financial freedom. Many people come here thinking they need to be millionaires. Millionaire is nice, but trust me, financial freedom does not mean millionaire. It just means to have enough. So finance is never an issue in your life again. It means having enough. So you never choose which university to send your kids according to what you have in your bank account. You choose it according to their IQ level and skill set. Financial freedom means you go where you want, do what you want, whenever you want, without ever thinking about saving money. Financial freedom is understanding that you got to such a financial place that money is no longer a thought or something we believe is important. And we truly understand it is there to serve us so we can enjoy the greater menus of life. Please understand, home-based business, free enterprise, it's the way to balance our world and take so many of us out of dependency, out of financial slavery, and allowing us to really enjoy life on the 4 columns I believe so much. To be healthy physically, healthy mentally, which means happy. To be healthy financially, so we never think about money. And most important, to be healthy spiritually, to understand that when we are one, when we see each other as one, we ignore our differences, we unite on our similarities, and we learn and appreciate our differences. When we truly operate as one, this is for me spiritual health, to understand that only the true value of everything in creation is representation of my true value, because I am a part of an amazing creation. And to have this ability of financial spirituality, spiritual health, for me means people like all of us, people that are willing to do so much for others, people that are willing to follow what Zig Ziglar said, give enough people what they want, and you will always have what you want. Let me just put the camera. We have started about 5 minutes late, so I've allowed myself to finalize the last 4 minutes. And I want to tell you, today is an exciting time. It took 6 years, and after 6 years, 6.5 years, this is the first time that I'm literally going to convert the forensic university and the opulence trainings on Mondays to something that I will hope will continue for the next decade or two, by all of you and all your people learning, teaching. My biggest dream is that most of you don't even remember who I am in 3-4 years from now. So then you will understand how none of us is really important. It is not Ronen or Ifra or any of the other leaders that we want you to remember. It is the system, the great company, forensic network, yourself and your people growing, achieving and succeeding is what we want you to remember in 5 years from now. So I am really starting a match on Mondays and Thursdays for all the lifestyle family. That match I'm starting will only be meaningful if each and every one of you will be learning this and teaching it and creating massive fires that will connect and spread globally to the point that you will sit with your grandparents, with your grandkids, and you will be very, very proud to say, I was a part of this. Whatever this will be in 20 years from now, I know that when a group of people like us come together, learn and teach, we are unstoppable by nothing. We are unstoppable because we are only operating as a unit. And I want to finish today's session by reminding each and every one of you on this call, and please pass this message along again and again and again. All of us, we come here as one. We fit into communities. We all come from different communities, from different backgrounds, from different countries, from different belief systems, from different cultures around the family table, from so much different. And the easiest thing in the world in a network is to come with an attitude think that somebody owes you something. Stop appreciating the amount of work that the people that are there for you are giving. So really, the more our attitude will come from humbleness, from appreciation, from I want to learn, and I'm so lucky that there are other people there willing to give me their time to teach me. Throw away the attitude of, oh, this person is making money on me, so they owe me something. Nobody owes you nothing. Nobody owes me nothing. We all owe opulence a lot, because they gave us the ability of doing what we need to do. And now our job is to create value for opulence. Value for opulence. The bigger opulence is, the bigger all of us will become. So remember, today we studied the upline pledge. I want you all to read it. And when you bring a new person in, you look them in the eyes and you read those 10 commitments and be the best, strongest person you can be. Stick with those commitments. Stick with them. And then when you stick with them, you will be able to come with the 8 categories we will learn next week. And you will be able to say, hey, you told me you're in this category. This is what we said we're going to do. So let's do it. If you're managing expectation correctly, you're going to have a beautiful, remarkable network. And when I mean managing expectation is everything. Make sure they know everything. Make sure they know what a smart buy is. Make sure they know PV qualification of 150. Make sure they don't get any surprises as best as you can. And if you've just joined the business a month or 2 months ago, the best way to make sure they don't have surprises is to immediately link them to the rest of the MI5. Never put yourself as a bottleneck between the people you brought and the top of the leadership in the company. Your job, our job, is to open those bottlenecks and let everyone reach everyone they need in order to attain the information they need in order to grow. So really, the idea, open communication, not closed communication. And guys, the idea is, do not allow our differences or where we came from to ever impact the health and stability of your network. And please remember, I have been doing this for a long time, and every time in communities, I see the same thing. I went and I opened New Zealand and I worked with the Maoris. They are very, very strong warrior clans. You think I did not see 2 opposite families? Something to do with their history. They were talking about witch doctors. I have seen a whole organization fall because 2 leaders from the same people, same country, but because of the history and arguments between clans, those 2 have destroyed a network of 400 people. I've seen this many, many times around the world. I've seen it in almost all countries. Please remember, do not fight amongst you. Do not bring your past. Do only exist in the present. Only in the present. Us, now. And think about your family. Think about your kids. Think about what they will see you become in the next 5-10 years. How proud will you be when your kids see you fold your sleeves and get down to business and change the financial outcome of a family forever? After sometimes, if you're like in my family, 17 generations, nobody has ever really been a big entrepreneur. And for me, being a big entrepreneur is, again, not about the money. It's about how many people in your life you can be of good to, of use to, affect their lives. You guys can never be in a better place. I really appreciate each and every one of you, all the work you're doing every day. And I will never leave you behind. So please have the same attitude towards your people. and let's get our people to all pass us. My biggest dream is for every one of my LD3s to become LD4 before me. My biggest dream. And I can promise you that each and every one of you that will qualify on a, if they let us out with this corona and we'll actually have an event or a cruise already, I will be the first one on the stage clapping and crying for each and every one of your achievements. I wish for you to adopt the same mentality. We are a family. And in family, there's always going to be disagreements, always going to be fights. Just remember, we are all wrong and we are all right in every argument. It's just a matter of which point of view you're going to take. So be flexible, be humble, know that our biggest challenge in business is ego. And remember, in business, you can either be right or you can be rich. You cannot do them together. So stop spending your life on being right and go and be smart. Do the right thing. And remember, it's all about our people. It's not about us. We are going to have a remarkable life if our people will too. We will see you on the Monday. Let's bring more people to the Monday call. Monday, we're going to start opulence training, and we're going to go over the 5 protocols of how to use the opulence system in the right way. I'm going to open this like every session for 5 minutes just to see if there's any comments, anyone that wants to share something from the panelists. I think from my point of view, I'm going to stop the recording now and say thank you for being on the call. Panelists, you're welcome to make comments and see if there's any questions that we can answer. Thank you all. Until Monday. Bye-bye.